And welcome to episode 25 of Ripping the Rack podcast.
Quarter way to a century, baby. Quarter
Th-
way.
This is your co host, Tim, flying non solo once again
2 weeks in a row. I'm impressed with myself.
with my other co host, Brian.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, Brian?
I'm good.
Yeah?
It's Monday.
It is, Tuesday morning.
Well, no, we're recording Monday. It might be Tuesday morning when everyone hears this.
That's
so
right.
There's still plenty of time for fuckery.
Much fuckery to be had.
That's true.
Yes. So we have exciting times this week.
We do. It's the first week of the 2 shows.
2 shows, twice the fun.
2 times the fun.
2 times the fun.
Double bagged, if you will.
Yes, double bagged. We are double bagging this.
Mhm.
So we are, for those of you that have forgotten or didn't know
Or just didn't care.
or just didn't care, we're going with a Tuesday morning, Friday morning split show. Our Tuesday mornings will be focused on candlepin bowling,
The great and wonderful sport of candlepin bowling.
the fantabulous sport.
It's a sport of kings. And queens.
And queens. And kings.
Mhm.
But definitely queens.
Yep. Some kings that are queens. And vice
And
versa.
some queens that are kings.
Mhm.
So basically, it's a sport.
It's all inclusive.
It is. So Tuesday mornings will be about 45 minutes or so, focused solely on candlepin bowling. Brian and I are, we like to consider ourselves non-experts in the game.
Aficionados.
Definitely aficionados of the
Mhm.
King of Kings, Queen of Queens, King of Queens, Queen of Kings sport,
That is true.
candlepin bowling. And then Fridays will be, I don't know if we have a name for Friday yet. I thought
Big
something.
Tim Bryan's Ram Jam sing along.
Yeah, okay. The
I
Ram
don't
Jam ding-a-ling
Sing along.
sing along. That's going to be non-candlepin bowling talk.
That could be anything.
Anything. Basically, we're going to talk because fuck it, we like to talk.
We do.
We do. And we like to have fun.
And thanks to the pandemic, I don't get to see Tim as much as I used to.
That's true. Wait, thanks to the pandemic? So is this a good thing?
No, it's a bad thing. I don't get to see you, and it's because of the pandemic.
The mother effing
Mm,
sons of bitchin' cock gobbling.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We can say what we want.
We can.
We're adults and Angie's not here to yell at me yet.
That's true. She'll be here soon, though. Tim, we have questions this week.
We do. I'm so excited.
Oh, and it's Mark Carrier's birthday. So happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark. Or as I like to tell people, happy anniversary of the day you were born.
That's true. I know I won't see you, but happy birthday with Stevie Wonder. That's a Tim favorite meme.
Yep, I haven't done that one for a while.
Mhm.
Yep. So we do have some questions. So the last thing we'll say is if you come up with a name for our Friday show, feel free to let us know. That will get you our eternal thanks.
Yes, and that's worth something. So I got that going for
So,
me.
I got a quarter right here
Mm-hmm.
because we are episode 25 right now.
And I'll tell you what the Dalai Lama said to me after he hooked one into a giant crevasse.
Yeah, Gunga Lagunga.
Yes. So I got that going
So
for
got
me.
that going for me. I was thinking of a name, something like the Endless Tenth, because kind of a homage to just bowling in general.
That's true.
But then I
The
realized
11th frame.
could do that,
Mm.
or we could just say Bar Talk with Tim and Brian,
That's true.
or
Can't do locker room talk. That has bad connotations.
no, you can't do. Well, we could do locker room.
We'll
talk.
be on cancel culture.
I'm surprised we haven't been canceled yet.
They don't cancel anything on Spotify. Joe Rogan's on there. He's safe.
Nice. So I can say dumbass and be okay.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
We-
But it's Dumas.
but you are talking to me, so.
There is that.
Mhm.
So why don't we just jump right in?
And he jumped right in.
Let's start first. We'll get to the questions in a second.
Okay.
Okay. Couple of upcoming tournaments. We'll start there.
Okay.
We have the Pro Series playoffs finally coming back.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Hopefully they will be live streamed.
I don't know, but hopefully.
I'll talk to you after this about that.
Okay.
I had an idea.
We have Brian's going to talk to me afterwards. We're going to take this offline.
We're going dark. We're going to go dark.
Gonna
go
go
stealth.
dark. Yeah,
stealth
we're gonna
mode.
go stealth mode. So Pro Series playoffs will be held Saturday, November 14th at 10 a.m. at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. The Pro Series playoffs was supposed to have been April or May or something like that.
Yeah, right during
Yep.
crazy lockdown time.
Yep. So that's coming up. Brackets. I don't know if the brackets are officially out. I think they were waiting on some last-minute notifications: who's bowling, who's not bowling, things like that.
How am I supposed to do my bracket challenge?
Hopefully next week.
I hope so.
I will talk to Freshie.
I need a gambling addiction. Come on now.
Okay, I will talk to Freshie, and we'll get the bracket challenge going. And if you don't choose me, I'm going to kick you.
You
Right in
probably
the
will
shin.
anyways.
I did have. I know originally I was supposed to have Josh Daly in the first round. We did have someone back out for whatever reason,
So you're not bowling daily.
so I'm not bowling Daly.
That's
I
good for you.
believe I have
It's good for you.
Wow,
Daly's probably going to beat you.
and you're saying that with a straight face.
It's his turf, and he's younger. He talks smack. Even your wife was going to pick him.
I don't know how I feel right now.
Am I motivating you?
No,
Oh, well, then it's lost.
no. Because I don't have to bowl him now. So
That's true.
I'm not. I'm past him. I'm beyond him. I think I have Jeremy Seaholm.
You're on to Cleveland.
I'm on to Seaholm.
On to Cleveland.
I think I have Jeremy. It's not set in
That's
stone
not
yet.
a tough. That's not an easy matchup.
Jeremy, he just said that was not going to be tough.
No.
That did
No,
not come from
I
me.
misspoke,
That
Jeremy.
came from Brian.
I misspoke.
Oh, misspoke my ass. I see how you feel about him. Wow, Jeremy, I don't know.
Jeez.
I'm
You
just
see what I
saying.
have to put up with? You wonder why I take 2 weeks off at a time, guys.
You so we got that coming
I
up.
need a Timcation.
A Timcation, yes. It's a vacation with Tim. A Timcation.
Mm-hmm.
Big tournament coming up next week. A week from today.
A week from today.
Alfie's putting on the second annual Candlepins for Cancer. This is in taking place for the entire week to take the place of the men's worlds that unfortunately had to be canceled
It
for
was
this year.
originally a fundraiser.
Yes, just a
tournament, just a
Saturday,
warm-up.
one-day fundraiser warm-up type thing. But Alfie secured a bowling alley for the week. Thank you, Portsmouth.
Definitely.
Bolorama. I can't ever remember. I know where it is. I know. I'm gonna go bowl.
Yep. I'm not.
That starts next Monday. Would be the singles, the
Mhm.
second, and then the team portion, which is going to be held exactly like the men's worlds. 11 or 12 teams. I can't remember if they picked up a 12th team or not. 3-string matches every day, 3-string matches, and then playoffs.
So you can put your body through all the punishment it's accustomed to when you weren't supposed to this year.
Yes, yes.
So you can wake up feeling like a bag of smashed assholes Friday
my God.
morning.
Hopefully my back.
Yeah, that's right. Tim blew his back out feeding the cats.
I get. You know
or
what?
changing the cat box.
Oh no. Oh, speaking of changing the cat box, I forgot to do that this weekend. Sorry, kitties. Guess I'll do that tonight.
You can't bend over.
I'll get Angie to.
You've been in your PJ pants all day.
I've been working. I work from home. I can do that when I work from home. To wear my PJ pants and wear comfy clothes.
Yeah, get back to Alfie's tournament.
I'm sorry, Alfie. Looking forward to that. We do have some rosters,
Oh, let's go through them.
so we'll go through some rosters here. Where'd my rosters go? There it is.
Here we go.
Team USA,
USA.
also known as USA.
USA.
Jeff Walsh, Larry Doucette, Mark Ritchie, Aaron Halbadell, John Starner, Kevin Padgington, Sean Berryman. That's Team USA.
USA.
Central Park Lanes, Justin Scally, Corrado Pani, Rich Kochi, Peter Penny, Keith Beaupre, Anthony Iannuzzi.
Triple
Sorry,
T, I think they
Jesus.
call him.
English is hard for me today. And Stephen Boat, B-O-T-T-E.
Butt.
Boat.
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 Sorry, we're dumb.
We're dumb Americans. but these are Americans.
I know.
We got Hatchet Men, Rich Lamone, Frank DeLuca, Christopher John Winnars. Winnars.
Harry Potter.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I just had total blank there. Tim Douglas, Dave Chestercove, or as he was pronounced up in Halifax one year, Chesterfield.
Interesting.
Scott Douglas, Michael Caine, Matt Nichols, Matt Levine. We have New England Flooring, Dave Hodge Mallahan, Dennis Nuzzo, Rich Myrick, Brandon Marks, Ed Woodside. There have been some changes that I will get to. This is just the sheet right now. Maria's / Lucky.
Oh, that's frightening. That sounds like nightmare fuel.
Maria's Lucky. John Winchell. Bobby Wickham. Chris Harris. Brian Mayer. Sean Baker. Sean McKinley. Craig Holbrook.
Hey, you know how in video games when you beat the boss the first time and you're
like,
ooh, I won, and then they come back up and they get 2 big life bars again? That's that team.
I just cried a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds like 3 strings of fun.
We have no names, which I can't remember. They did have a name, but it said no names. Dan Gothier, Phil Clough, Al Johnson, Steve Reno Jr.
Oh, I think that's New and Old or
New and Old,
something like that.
Again,
yeah. Then and Now.
Then and Now.
Yeah.
Then and Now. We have Price's Wood Flooring with 832 people on their roster.
Yes. This is the big roster.
Nate Lees, Nick Zuffaletto, freshie, Mike McGinty, Joshua Daly, Billy Bloom, yours truly Tim Matero, Evan Riva, TJ DiPietro, Steve Latch. I do not believe TJ is bowling.
You get a kid on the way, so.
Yeah, and I can't remember if Steve is bowling or not. I believe Lori Lewis will be added to that roster for Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe.
So do you guys have like an IR or like?
I'm on.
We got to make roster moves.
Yep.
Options and two-way players.
I'm pretty sure that they got the two-way players going on and stuff like that.
All right.
The Mass Holes: Chuck DeRozier, Josh Rio, Matt Susi, Nick Leach, Austin Barnes, Petey Pete, Jimbo Ayotte, and Dave Godwin. And Jackson Strong, Matt Huff, Kai Hunt, DJ Trask, Brian Heffernan, Dean Sullivan, Joe Duda, Mark Carrier, Academy Lanes, Mike Machichichi, Corey Packard, Mark Gregory, Stephen Powers, Dave Dorman, Nick Norcross, Charles Collins, Maddie Kelly, Sonia Rossi. And for changes, because that's the world, so there's always changes.
Always changes.
Let's see if my computer will cooperate here.
Can we do it like the baseball? Changes. Now batting.
Now batting. Cheech and Mark Gregory will not be bowling.
They're out.
They are out. Central Park Lanes is correct. Let's see. Nothing to Lose. Daryl Godwin, Rob Linehan, Mike Nardone, Mike Erickson, Michael Legendre, Paul Atkinson, Chris Parkinson.
It's an interesting team.
God.
That
had nothing to do with the team. Just Brian knows what I find funny.
Uh-huh.
And
I got him.
Oh my God.
I got him.
Oh, let me finish here. Let's get through this.
That's what she said.
Yeah, well.
On both things.
No shit.
Just get through it.
So Dave Hodge has made a change. There has been a change for Dave Hodge Mallahan. And Hawk Hallis and Mike Kustak to their team.
Stacks.
Yep. Team USA is correct. Okay, so we do have a slight change with Jackson Strong.
Okay.
That is now Matt Huff, Kai Hunt, Brian Heffernan, Joe Duda, Dan, DJ Trask, Mark Carrier, and then they've also added Brian Purdy and Kobe Carrier. I think that's it for those. And then team then and now is, again, Steve Reno, Steve Jr., Dan Gothier, Phil Clough, Al Johnson, and John Blay.
There's some world titles on that team.
A couple.
Mhm.
There's a couple in there. So that's Alfie's tournament. Any changes, we'll try to announce last minute when we record.
Good luck when you go down, Tim.
Thank you.
Don't hurt your back.
Oh no, it's
Mhm.
ibuprofen and acetaminophen and
Mhm.
acetaminophen.
Ice and ibuprofen, bitch.
Ice and ibuprofen, bitch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And yeah.
And lots of Tiger Balm.
Oh yeah.
You gotta work that right into your groin.
Oh, definitely right on the nutsack.
Yeah.
Definitely. Tiger Balm on the nutsack.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So we had another interesting question. If we're done with Alfie's tournament.
We are, but I got one other tournament
Oh.
to talk.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The Augusta tournament at the end of November. That is November 27th, 28th, and 29th. 27th will be a Friday night, just a singles.
Is it a singles?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a singles mixer.
Isn't it for like a turkey? Don't you win turkeys? Something like that?
I don't know. They're doing something for fun.
They should do it for turkeys.
Okay.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble. They're going to do something fun. And then the mixed doubles portion starts Saturday morning. Right now, they've got, I think he said 20 teams. I think he'd like to get 32, so you still got some time to put some teams in. If you Canadians can somehow sneak across the border,
They cannot.
they can't sneak across.
We are dirty, dirty Americans.
We are dirty.
They don't want to come here.
No, I know. So again, contact 1710 Sports Center or whatever they're going by now.
Splitters.
Splitters, yes. To sign up.
I think it's 621-1710.
Yes,
I believe it's the phone number.
I believe it is. So go ahead and sign up. Let's get that tournament filled and let's have some more fun.
Yeah.
So that's what I got for right now. What did you have?
I had a question sent to us by a listener,
Okay.
and we're going to talk about it next week because it's quite a big question.
Yes.
We have been asked to put together a Fantasy Worlds roster of a team of our choosing of all time. So an all-time Worlds team.
Okay. So how do you want to do this? Thank you, Hoagie, for that. By the way,
Yes.
that's a cool little thing that we're going to address next week.
Here is the problem I see with this.
Mhm.
We're going to double up if we don't set ground rules.
Do you want to do a draft?
I kind of like that.
You want to do a draft?
Do a 10-round draft. We'll draft 10 guys.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do 10-round draft next week.
Okay. Now my question is, do you want me to put a list together so we have a list to go by?
We can. We'll throw some names in there.
And I've got the books from like '92 and whatnot, so I can add,
Yeah.
the bowlers that I know because you are still a young pup.
I'm just a baby.
So
Hey, somebody called me a young guy in bowling the other day at the bowling alley, and I got happy because I was a young guy again.
really, was that on Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Okay, because it wasn't on Thursday night.
No, it was on Wednesday night. They say, "Excuse me, young man." I'm like, "Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm not 35.
Oh, by the way,
and gray hair."
Guess what we're doing on Thursday night?
Well, if we're bowling downstairs, you're not bowling.
We're bowling downstairs.
You're not. I know that.
No, I'll bowl.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I won't be happy, but hell with it. We're gonna throw money in that jukebox, and we'll rock out with our cocks out.
That's the best part about bowling downstairs.
Oh man, that's loud down.
So,
That's great.
So here's another
Okay.
thing.
So anyway,
Yep.
sorry.
We'll draft.
yeah. So Hoagie, here's what we're gonna do. We'll get a list together. Brian and I will flip a coin to see who has first pick.
And in honor of
Wait, are we gonna
of
do a
Hoagie.
snake? Are we gonna do a snake draft?
no, in honor of Hoagie. Well, there's
Yeah.
only two of us. Snake doesn't really make sense.
1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2.
We'll flip a toonie.
Do you have a toonie?
I do have a toonie in my golf
Okay.
bag. I use it to mark my ball
Okay.
with.
We will flip a toonie to see who has first pick, and who chooses Tommy Ulster with their first pick.
That's probably a good pick.
I'm just saying.
Mhm.
I
I had another idea too, something like that.
Okay.
I was talking to you about it before we came on the air. We should take and draft 7 guys
Yeah.
out of the Friday Night League at Lita. Or 7 people, because I think there's girls too, right? Or is it all men?
I don't know.
We'll take 7 bowlers out of that league. We'll each
Yep.
pick. And then we'll put our 5 best up every week on our roster who we think's going to bowl the best. And then we'll do points.
Nice. How do points as in per string or
No,
points?
we'll just so people have got to tell us what they bowl, or we have to find the standings.
It's on. I think Cheech posts them
Perfect.
every week.
Perfect. So we'll just take each string, what people bowl, and then
All
we'll
right.
add them up.
So I'll write that down. What is it? What do they call
We'll
that?
call it our
league in
Friday night fantasy pool. I wish we had copyright songs because we could use Rock and Roll Fantasy by Bad Company for a bumper music to it.
Yep. Instead, we'll make our own. Sorry.
Tim's beatboxing. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, and so we're doing a top 10 worlds team.
Yeah, we'll take 10 guys apiece.
How do we know who wins?
We'll let the community vote. We'll let our listeners vote on who has the better team.
Okay. Vote for Tim. All right, we can do that. Vote for Tim. So, I mean, vote for Tim. That's, subliminal. We'll see if it
Well,
works. I don't think it's going to work, but I like that idea. That's a good idea. So we do have... Oh, by the way, D Nice, thank you kindly for
Yes.
that unsolicited deck pick. That was...
D-Nice sent us a great unsolicited deck pick.
Yeah, that was nice.
It even appeared that she trimmed the bushes around the deck to make it appear bigger.
That's right. And, that if you're going to do it,
Do it right.
do it right.
Make it look good.
So we have two questions. The first, we'll get D-Nice. We're going to answer yours last. So right now, Jeremy Seaholm sent us had a thought the other day, and as he said, he's not a super high league average when it comes to a lot of what he would call professional bowlers. I don't know as if there's really any professional bowlers in Candlepin bowling, but I think we all know what we mean when we say a professional bowler.
C.
C. Jalapeno on a stick. C.
C.
And he goes, can you think of any top guys who weren't great league bowlers, but tore it up in any tournament they entered?
I can look at a number of Canadians that don't bowl a league. They just practice. Half of that McLaughlin team, when they were on their run from like 02 to 07 or something like that, I think Davey was the only one that bowled a Candlepin league. I think they all bowled like 5-pin or just didn't bowl until
didn't
like
bowl.
2 months before the Worlds and then just started hucking strings.
Yep.
You only bowl one league week.
Yep. That's all I've ever bowled. Well, I shouldn't say that's all I've ever bowled, but for the most part, that's one night. Call it, because there was a couple of leagues on a Monday night at Vacation Land when I bowled there. So I bowled 2 leagues. but it
Bangor
was
used to
one
have a
night.
Monday night dual league. They had a 6 o'clock regular league, and then they had a 8:30 2-man doubles league that went
like a speed league.
Yeah, it
type
was like
thing.
till 11.
Yeah. So, off the top of my head, I mean, I've been lucky enough that I've experienced league bowling in several different places. Al Joy was never a great league, but he was good league. Don't get me wrong; he was still still a good league bowler. But he was never a great league bowler. He more did it and had fun. Same with Kevin Sparks. I bowled with both of them on a league at Vacation Land. And that they must not have been trying when I was the high average on the...
It's a night out.
Yeah. We had fun. Had a great time.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Wow. You are hungry.
Let's edit that. Down, boy. down, belly. Get in my belly.
Apparently, it's going to eat the microphone.
God, I am hungry. I'm not going to lie. I think Angie's making
Food?
tonight. I think so. God, I hope so. I wouldn't say that I was a great league bowler, even though I averaged pretty high. But I never took league all that serious, and I still don't. I mean, I use it mainly for practice.
Yeah.
Even though I still have fun, and I can still compete. And
Except for downstairs.
fuck that
We're not
place.
going to have
Oh
fun.
my god.
I mean, I bowled one year. I bowled 4 leagues a week one year. And I hated bowling at the end of it.
Oh my god.
I bowled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then pretty much bowl the tournament every weekend. So
Why?
I was in college.
Okay, you're in college. Shouldn't you be doing college stuff?
I was either going to go to the bowling alley and bowl or stay at the fraternity house and drink.
Why don't you stay at the fraternity house and drink?
Bowling was cheaper.
Oh, I guess so. I guess. Okay, so any top guys who aren't great league bowlers. So I'm going to say AJ. Again, great bowler. We all know his. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Even Russ Neely never bowled great in leagues. He was good. I mean,
Mark Smith never bowls great in a league, really. I mean, he's 17, 18, 19, 20 in there, but he's good for 22, 23, 24 in a tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not everyone can be Chris Merrill anymore down there.
Well, nobody beats Chris in that house anymore, apparently. Why are you just staring at me? You haven't beat Chris in there this year.
I haven't.
This year?
I haven't bowled him in there.
Well, you haven't done it yet, have
That
you?
is true. That is true. I haven't.
Technicalities.
Technical, you got me.
Did he bowl the Hobbs?
No.
Yeah, see?
No. So it's. I don't know. I don't know how many of the top pros take league all that serious. I know most kind of look at it the way I do.
I mean, they're trying, but it's not like...
I'm not saying I'm not trying, but I use it as practice.
You're not as upset if you throw 106 as you would be in a tournament.
Not normally.
Yeah.
I mean, normally when I'm throwing 106, we're having fun and joking around, and let's face it, we got the jukebox going.
Well, we're trying to get Tim to joke around so he doesn't rip the ball rack out of the floor.
Okay, I'm trying to keep the ball down. Work on these things. So,
You got scolded by Jason by that the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't forget.
No.
Yeah.
He reminded you there's some dimples down there that he could point out.
Yeah, but that was only on lanes downstairs.
Well, no, 1 and 2.
And then 1 and 2. And that one on 1 and 2, I felt bad about. I did.
You did. You apologized very quickly.
Immediately, because
it was long
and
out there.
That's what she said. Yeah, it was bad. So Jeremy, that's actually a really good question. I don't have any great answer other than, again, your top pros are still going to be your top league bowlers for the most part. Again, for the most part.
Right.
But I don't know how many are taking it truly as serious as others might.
Yeah, the Worlds or a 10-stringer or something like that.
Yeah. So D Nice had sent us a message and said that she would like us to talk about bowling balls. And
love to talk about my balls.
Me too. I like my balls. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're blue, but
that's true.
They are, but they're different colored blue,
and a little bit of white too. So.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What she really was looking for was kind of the different weights. How do they react? The different types of bowling balls, things like that. And I'm like, that's really kind of a cool concept.
Happened to me Thursday.
Yes.
I had a not so fun first string Thursday.
No,
I punched a lot.
Yeah.
And then Timmy told me to switch to his bowling balls, which were 2.6. And I bowled better.
Yeah. You hit the head pin.
Yeah, so sometimes you need a ball change.
Yes. Sometimes you need a shoe change too.
That's true. Yeah, sometimes you need to change your shoe.
Sometimes you need to change your shoe before you change the balls.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Because sometimes that ball does slide.
Yep, it can slide right across the front.
Don't like it when that happens.
No. Sometimes you need the ones that are grippy.
Yes.
Better grippies.
Yes. Someone's calling me from 413 area code. Do we know what that is?
That sounds like, you know what that is? They're trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
No, they use a cell phone. It's a cell phone number that I get from Maine.
Oh, I get a 215 usually for that.
No, this is actually a work-related thing.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh.
So I'll call him when we get done.
Right. Look at you, big important working guy.
Big important working guy. Impotent working guy.
Yeah, impotent, yep.
So let's talk a little bit about this because there was also a conversation on Candlepin Chat about this subject as well. Um, I am a fan. I have two set. Well, actually, I've got three sets of bowling balls. Um, I have a set of 2-7s that are the Epco urethanes
Mm-hmm.
that I got when everybody else got the same damn color. That purple,
Ah, yes.
that
Mhm.
purple and blue and whatever.
Yep.
So
I had the pink and white ones.
Yep, I remember those.
Mhm.
And then I would always go back to my original Comet Pro rubbers that I bought back in 1991-ish, whatever. So those are almost 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. I hope that comes through on this recording.
Wow.
I'm hungry.
See, I have two sets of bowling balls. I have just a set of Paramount bowling balls that I
Yep.
just got. They're 4 different colors.
Yep.
Because I'm weird like that. But they're striped. So I can figure them out.
Yes.
And the funny thing is I ordered those during the right before they shut down for the pandemic in March. And when I got them, they didn't have labels on them. None of them have the Epco stamp on them that say
Oh, that's
Paramount.
weird.
They all just came right. They didn't even stamp them. They just got them out and lined them and sent them off.
Wow.
And then I have a set of 2-6 Comets.
Yep.
That Kelly got me for our wedding.
Do you carry those too?
I'm gonna.
So you
I
were not
used to.
before, right?
No, I used to always carry 2 sets, and I had 2 sets,
Mm-hmm.
but I sold one of those sets that were in my bowling bag, and then I was getting ready to go on my golf
Mark
trip.
Webber?
Yes. And then I was getting ready to go on my golf trip, and I'm like, oh, I'll just throw them in there when I get back, and I didn't.
Okay. So someone asked me, and again, Be Nice is talking here about the different weights and things like that. So my Comets are supposed to be 2-7s,
Mhm.
but they were digitally. Jesus, I cannot speak tonight. They're scaled. Put them on the scale.
You weighed them
weighed
digitally.
them digitally. 3 of them came in at 266, and 1 came in at 264.
Might just be the chips and dings out
Nope.
of them over the years.
No, that was years ago.
Oh,
I've never had them refinished.
you've had them
well,
filled once.
I've had them filled, but I've never had them
Right.
resurfaced or anything else.
Guy up here does a great job
oh my
with
God,
balls.
that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that came out wrong. Guy up here repairs bowling balls very, very well.
God, we're such children.
Mm-hmm.
So Dinkle. So
That's for Rio.
I typically use those. They are the heavier bowling ball that I have. But I will make a change to my 2-6s. I have a set. I bought a set of custom color Epco urethanes, 2-6s, and I started using them. And I actually started in the Can-Ams 2 years ago. I was bowling with Aaron Merrill, and we were up in. I think we were.
St. John.
Yeah, I think that was
the fairway.
I think we were up in St. John, not in Bangor when I switched over. I started using them, and I found that I didn't get as tired after 10 strings. I found I was throwing just as hard in the 10th string that I was in the first string, and I honestly found the action to be better with the 2-6s. I said, okay. I went back to my other bowling balls. Whatever. The next Can-Am stop I bowled with her again. Subbing because I'm not good enough to have a stop at my own spot, I guess. Just saying. And I used her bowling balls again and went 13-something last year. So I said, you know what? I'm buying my own set. I want a set of 2-6s. And I used. I really enjoy them. The problem with Epcos and the problem with the urethanes,
They're soft.
holy shit, they're softer than the Pro rubbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they chip easy.
Yep.
But
and I throw harder than you.
yes, but I throw harder than what most people
Right.
think. Most people don't realize
Better than
it.
most. Better than most.
Better than most. You know, I do go back. So let's talk a little bit about the difference in the weights, because people are like, can you really tell the difference between a 2-6 and a 2-7?
You sure can.
Absolutely. For those of us, Brian and I, and anyone that bowls quite a bit,
A lot, yeah.
can absolutely tell the difference between the two sizes, even though it's only a tenth of an ounce or an ounce. It's only 1 ounce, not a tenth of an ounce.
I got a scale that will tell you about that at home.
I'm sure you do. It does make a big difference with the weight, and there are people that swear by 2.7s. There are people that swear by 2.6s, and I know of a couple that actually throw a 2.5. A 2.5 is too light for.
Barry, who bowls in, our Thursday night league, he had a set of 2.5s one year because he thought he was getting too old to throw big bowling balls, and he didn't tell me. And I went to clear the gutter, and I almost launched it into the backdrop. You can definitely tell a 2.5.
Yeah. So your 2.7s, if you use a 2.7 and you start punching, and that's all you're doing.
Hi, that's me.
As I told Brian, you have two options. You either move on your approach, which I am not a fan of.
I'm not a fan left to right anymore. I do like moving up and back a little bit.
I will move up and back a little bit.
Yeah, like a half a board at the most. I'm not taking a whole step.
Right.
I don't have that much room in the front to take a step.
Right. Half a step, something. Because I charge the line pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of those that finishes, 4, 5, 6 inches behind the line. I was always told, charge the line.
Yeah, get to the line.
Get to the line. Don't go over it. And sometimes that has come back to bite me in the ass because I will foot foul occasionally. Maybe once a tournament or something. Because I will get just a bit too close. Ooh.
Just a touch.
Just a touch. So that the weight difference will have an impact. Now, it also depends on how hard you throw the ball.
Or if you get tired and you start dropping the ball, then you start taking all your rotation off the ball, then it's flat, then you punch even more.
Yes. And what I've done the last couple of 10-string tournaments is I've actually started with my 2.7s or 2.6.6s.
And then finished with the lighter ones.
And finished with the lighter ones. I never used to do that, 15, 20 years ago. But then again, I was also 30 to 35 years old in really good shape and could go 10 strings and not be tired.
I'm 2 out of 3 of those things.
I am now 49, not in good shape, and get tired easy.
I'm 2 of 3 of those things too.
So, as far as types now, I assume Denise was talking about the urethanes versus the Paramount, the normal Paramounts versus...
My favorite bowling
Pro
ball
rubber.
they don't make anymore. I like the Epco Reactive Use, the actual Reactive Use, not the new Proline urethanes. Those are more like
They're harder.
the Cyclones.
They were harder.
Yeah, they were more like the Cyclones back in the day.
Yeah. I had a couple of sets. The first set got stolen. And recently surfaced after
I saw that.
17 years. I'd like to get them back, Mark Carrier. Just saying. Mark did not steal them, by the way.
No, it was not Mark.
No. But Mark somehow ended up with them.
He said he bought them on eBay.
Yep, bought them on eBay off someone in Massachusetts, which means that they bought it off from eBay
Right.
because they were stolen up here in Rockland,
Or they were
Maine.
pawned in Mass.
Or they were pawned in Mass. Something. They probably got $5 for it. I don't know.
Oh, probably. Enough for a hit.
Yeah. So the different types, obviously, your type of your composition of the bowling ball is going to have an effect on or the lanes are going to affect the different compositions. From my experience, the Epcos, the urethanes, grip a lot on synthetic lanes. They actually grip more than the Pro Rubbers. The Pro Rubbers will grip more on a wood lane than the urethanes. Or again, this is my experience.
I have a similar experience. I like to use a urethane bowling ball on synthetic lanes.
Yeah.
Just because I know pretty much as hard as I throw. Whatever line I put that on, that's where it's going.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about throwing cross alley then. I just have to worry about throwing hard at the object pin I want to hit.
Okay.
On wood lanes, when I use my Paramount ball that I use, I do throw cross alley because it does cut more, which gets me in trouble sometimes.
Yes.
Because I get thin on the left side of the head pin and I leave lots of buckets on the right.
Yeah. So ultimately, I think it really that the type of bowling ball that you use, in the weight of the bowling ball that you use, in your speed at which you throw them, is going to determine your comfort factor with the bowling ball of choice.
Isn't that like
you have.
Mass times inertia time?
I don't know.
There's a mathematical formula.
There is
I
a mathematical formula. So it's pretty neat. I've never looked at bowling in a real analytical way, like
Bryson
that.
DeChambeau does with golf.
Definitely not like Bryson. But I know where my Comets work well, where I typically bowl well with those, and I know where I don't, and that's why I carry 2 sets of bowling balls, because I have that option to go between 2 sets. I have that option to, if something's not working, to go to another set. Now, if you are a newer bowler, I don't recommend carrying 2 sets of bowling balls.
No, just try and figure out how to use first ones right first.
Yes.
I still haven't mastered that, so.
Well, no one is ever going to master the game. No one is. Not even the great Tim Matero.
That's true.
Is going to master the game.
Nope.
As much as he gets pissed off at that. But no, I wouldn't recommend it, unless you've bowled enough in enough places. I wouldn't recommend carrying 2 sets of bowling balls. I just don't think you need that.
Right.
Someone like you or I, or Jeff Surratt or Craig Holbrook, or anyone that bowls a lot of tournaments and bowls in other places, I can see that. I can see that being.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to eat.
Apparently.
So, I hope that answered. I hope that was.
That was a good answer. I think it was a good answer.
Yeah. Maybe sometime we can talk about synthetic versus.
Yeah.
Have we done that?
I think so. A little bit.
A little bit. So we got just a couple minutes left in our bowling segment. Anything you want to talk about? Well, we got about 2 minutes left.
The Augusta tournament seems like it's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope so.
I'm not bowling in it, but that's personal choice. Just a lot of stuff going on that time.
Yep.
Family-wise. No, my kid turns 2 Sunday. That's kind of crazy. So we'll have to figure out a time to film. Or to tape. Yeah. No, it's Monday. It's going to be Tuesday morning, and everyone have a great week.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you guys on Friday.
So again, thank you for listening to our Candlepin Bowling Ripping the Rack podcast. We're gonna end it here, and we appreciate it. Send us your questions. rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. Ripping the Rack podcast on Facebook. Ripping the Rack podcast on YouTube.
Ripping the Rack podcast on Spotify, Anchor, iTunes, and iHeartRadio, and everywhere else you listen to your podcasts.
So thank you, and listen to us this Friday morning. We will have our first podcast of
About Nothing.
It's our Seinfeld reference.
Apparently.
So, all right. Thank you, guys.